Hello everyone, my name is Han Trong and I study math education at Purdue University. I want to be a math teacher when I graduate from college. So let me ask you a question. Should schools return in the fall of 2020? Before I can answer these questions for you, so let me tell you some facts about the coronavirus and how it's impact our society. The COVID-19 pandemic is an ongoing pandemic we are living in right now. The outbreak was first discovered in Wuhan, China. China would not allow domestic travel outside of Wuhan. However, they allowed the international travel around the globe, that causing the spread of the virus. COVID-19 is primarily spread between the people during close contact through coughing, sneezing, and talking. The virus mainly affects those who age 65 and older with a pre-existing health conditions. You guys probably wonder how does this impact our education system? And what does it mean for school in the fall and COVID-19? The ongoing debate of whether schools should reopen in-person classes for all students impact our society. Schools across the world have already reopened and some never even closed because of the pandemic. For example, Austria has reopened and masks are no longer required because the government and school officials observed little spread within schools. Another example is Germany. They open on a part-time basis if a student or teachers contacts the virus, classmates, and teachers if an infected student are sent home for 2 weeks, but the other classes will continue. Sweden's never closed the schools when the virus spread, nor they did any major adjustments to their day-to-day schedules. Sweden's chiefs has says there's a little evidence schools is a place for coronavirus to spread. Having schools return to online learning for the fall semester is an issue. Online courses have a 10 to 20% higher fail retention rate and a 40 to 80% higher dropout rate. And online classes contribute to having a lower GPA by nearly a letter grade. Elementary school kids would suffer from basics social development skills, and some states have the law that require an adult to be home if the children is under a certain age. This would require the parent will quit their jobs or hire a nanny. High school students are hurt as well because they would lack of the preparations for standardized tests like the ACT and SAT that allow admissions into their dream schools. A common theme amongst elementary, high school, and college students report that they lack of motivation and the information is harder to grasp because of the lack of in-person help they can receive. American schools should follow the guidelines to keep the student and the faculty safe. Students learn better in person than online. The CDC suggests that most children under the age of 18 experience far less severe symptoms and are as susceptible and less likely to transmit the virus. What about teachers? Teachers are more likely to be at risk than students. However, teachers who are at risk, they can claim a disability for the pandemic that will allow them to get paid and not work. Teachers who fear about the virus and do not qualify for the disability pay, the CDC recommends that teachers should take safety precautions around their students, such as wearing masks and distancing from students if possible. And data suggests that the virus transmission, if any, in school is negligible. If other countries can do it, why can't we? In conclusion, The education system should reflect based on the pre-existing schools across the globe and make their determinations whether or not we should be open or not, and then if they open, we should be too. The research has shown the online classes are not as effective as in person, and students are more likely to fail and drop out. COVID-19 impacts the future of students, and the increase the case of the education system is insignificant to our overall statistics. Therefore, schools should be reopened in the fall of 2020 and follows guidelines to reduce the transmissions because educating our young is important for the future. Thank you so much for listening and have a wonderful day.